Previously on the Minimal DM channel.
And there is some missing. There is some Warlord Games miniatures that are missing from here. I do need to check up on those. I'll get an email off to them to find out what the story is. How do folks? David here, and another one of those vlog videos. Well, obviously there was something to talk about from the last video that I did. There was a missing part of a consignment that I'd ordered. Now, I deliberately did not put the company name in any of the video because, you know, if things turn south, I did not want to create drama or anything like that. I wanted to deal with it behind the scenes. But there is an update, and hats off to Mighty Ape. They have come good. Yes, it did take a little bit of time, and apart from anything else, it's been a while since all of that occurred and me actually videoing this, so sorry for any kind of delay in putting things right. But I did get in touch with them. Now, it was at the weekend, so obviously they only kind of do office type work during working days. So there was a little bit of a delay there. That wasn't their fault. And because there was, I guess, an issue with the consignment, and they do get, you know, people who try it on and things like that, they obviously needed to check into it, and that kind of thing takes time as well. But that is all fine, and top and bottom of it, they said, yeah, we're really sorry, we missed it out from your order. Would you like a refund for it, or would you like the product? And I said, I would love the product, please. And that was sort of like, again, at the weekend. On the Monday, they said, sweet, not a problem, we'll get that shipped out. Not only that, but they send it on an overnight courier, which is quite a big thing, between two islands. So they were paying over the odds for that. I wouldn't have minded if it was, you know, normal post. But, you know, hats off for them for doing that. Great customer service. And I also got a $5 store credit as well towards the next purchase. So they really, honestly did do me right. So, Mighty Ape, I salute you. And this is what I was waiting for. God, it's well packaged. Warlord Games, Bolt Action. It's a Belgian infantry squad. Why did I get these? Well, to be perfectly honest, they were an absolute steal. I'm not sure whether they're resin or they are... No, they're metal. 10-man squad, metal. The cost of these, and this is without any kind of, you know, store discounts being taken into account or anything like that, they were on clearance, round about £7 UK, maybe $10 US. I can always find a use for miniatures. They can go in any time travel based game, or to be perfectly honest, I've even come across rules where you can use sort of like normal World War II squads in Conflict 47. All you do is not assign them any rift dice. So it's allies. So really happy that these have arrived. I am going to get them painted up, probably because I have got yet another work trip. I will take these with us, and because there's going to be absolutely nothing to do, it's a long work trip, I'm going to be up there for about a week. I'll take some paints and, you know, get these guys done in the hotel room and, you know, make use of my evenings. So yes, once again, big thanks to Mighty Ape for sorting this out. You cannot realistically ask for better customer service than that. What can I say? Absolutely brilliant. All right, what else is on the cards? Kate has been in touch, and I need to get the rest of the Conflict 47 stuff finished, which is 2 vehicles. I may also try and get something done with the American squad that came with the starter set. You know, mix it up a little bit. I'm not 100% certain whether or not you are allowed to actually take forces from different factions as allies within Conflict 47, or whether or not, you know, the British and Americans who are World War II allies are actually very much separated. Don't know. Need to check the rules on that. But at the end of the day, there are miniatures that do need to actually be painted. So I might take them with us as well. The highest priority, however, is getting the finishing touches done on those miniatures for our up and coming D&D finale. So it's back to the painting table and let's see what's going on with them. Alright, quick catch up where we're at. I've done a little bit more work on these off camera. Paladin here, his shield has had the metallic done on the back, haven't done the front yet. I think I might kind of pick out that sort of chain area and the handles. Maybe he's in a gold. Think about it. Because at the end of the day, most of that is going to be sort of like obscured because it's going to be on his back. But some bits will be visible, so I may well do that. Speaking of metallic, I have used speed paints on this dragonborn. Now, I've done the shield and I've done the sword. The armour is going to be gold. I haven't done that yet. This is going to be the red dragon. But, yeah, those speed paints, I'm still having problems with them. I think I'm going to have to re-dry brush that and give it a highlight in actual silver because that's just looking kind of rubbish and dark. Same with this guy. Now, he has got supposedly silver armour, and that's not looking all that silver to me. So again, that's going to need a dry brush. This is going to be the black dragon. This is going to be the PC of the party. But hey, at least it's got a base coat kind of on that area. Torque, I've done a little bit of work on. Mainly it's been touch-ups and highlights. I've done the metal in the buckles in, same on the club, and we've got nails and teeth in, and a wee bit of starting to do some highlights and sort of better texture and colour depth just on that fur. So he's getting there, but not quite. There are still bare metal patches kind of on the knife. So he's not that far away from being complete. And the other one, Idris. I showed my son the last video where Idris featured in, and he heard me talking about the fact that I was going to leave her with her original green livery just to give her a point of difference. And he said, shouldn't that be blue? And you know, for various reasons, if you know, you know, he is entirely right. It should be blue livery. So I have had to go over all of the stuff that I had left green back in a silver, and that's going to get a blue ink on top. And it did allow me the opportunity to just tidy up the shield because I'd gone a little bit off kilter on that sort of dagger shape there. So that's all good. But Idris is, well, almost complete. Realistically, just got to get that inking done. Wee bit of highlight on there. Might use a bit of gold on some of the trimmings, and then that's going to be another character done. Okay, I haven't done a huge amount of painting on camera because I was trying to race to get some of these done basically for the game tonight. Where are we up to? Okay, gold armor on that one. Still not 100% certain about the metallics on that. Need to do a dry brush. Torque, I believe, apart from eyeballs, is pretty much done. A little bit of touch up on the base there just to get it to the same kind of colour scheme as the others, but Torque is definitely what I would be calling table ready. Same with Idris. I may do some kind of motif on the shield, not 100% certain about that, but new blue livery, got the plume all done, again a touch up on the base, and she will be completely complete. The big job was the paladin, and while I've still got to attach the shield and probably do another white coat on that just to, you know, dial it all into the same shade. White is such a pain. I've got pretty much everything done on him apart from the red livery, so he can make an appearance tonight if that is the game that we're playing. Oh, and of course I've got to finish off the base on him as well. Oh, and Chucklebutty has gone off for an undercoat. Rather than do a touch-up, one of the things that I did realise was that back in the day I didn't actually used to undercoat me miniatures, so he is getting an undercoat, completely obliterating the old paint scheme. He gets a complete fresh new paint job. I need to get these packed up and get out ready for the game. Catch you again shortly. Okay, games night has been and gone. What was the feedback like on the work that's been done so far? Well, the first player to arrive was the one who has Torque the Bugbear as a henchman, and he was quite happy with the way that it was going along, so that was good. Then the Paladin arrives. First thing, where's my character? Now, at that point, the last video had not gone up, so he had not seen the fact that I was, making changes. I said, well, okay, I've actually done two. So first one, here is Idris, and he was very happy with that. He loved the blue livery in contrast to the red stuff, so that was good feedback. Then I showed him his new character, and it, your other one was really titchy. This one is far more in scale with everything else, and I did say that I would do you one, and we're getting into the final stretches, so here it is. I've finally got round to it. Where's his shield? And you haven't done the red on it. This from the guy who habitually brings unpainted miniatures to the table, strategically leaves them until the point where I get annoyed and paint them for him, and that is his standard tactic. Good on you, mate. But anyway, at least I had some decent feedback. Got to have them sorted out for next session. Let's get back to the table and get these finished off. Now that we're past the tabletop critics drama, let's take a quick stock take of where I'm at, because I have been doing a little bit more painting. So, the Dragonborn, gold armour done on those, leather done. I still need to do the underclothes, not sure what colour I'm going to do for those on this one, and I've got to select a colour for that sort of like dragon emblem on there. This one, far more has been done. In fact, he is almost done completely. I'll just do a quick double check. I might do a wee bit more highlighting on the clothes, and I do need to do his eyes and then the base, but that one is almost tabletop ready, which is good with him being a party member. While we were playing, this is another party member, and you know what? I haven't quite finished him off. Not 100% sure what happened there. Maybe I was just in a rush to get him out onto the table, but there's no leather work being done on him, and I had certainly noticed that the base hadn't been done. So party's half-elf fighter, I will get him completed so that he is done. Paladin has come along in leaps and bounds. Base has been done. The dagger sort of heraldry markings, they have been done. He is almost complete. The shield has been done. I just need to flip that over, do a little bit of tidy up on the silver, attach that to the back, and he is done. Torque is almost complete apart from one thing, which I will do in just a second. Base done as well. Same with Idris, all complete. The player, the Paladin, this is obviously his warhorse. As I've said, he was very, very happy with the way she has turned out. Base done on her as well. Just one final thing to be done on her, and she is complete. And I have made a start on Chucklebutty, just blocking in some of those colours, and I will be getting a shift on with him later on in the paint session. But let us complete Torque first of all, and the only thing left to do is Torque's eyeballs. Now these are fine tip fine liners, felt pens, and I use these for all of my eyeballs. mainly either the black or the brown, but in Torque's case we are going to go for a lovely blue, and I find this far better than attempting to use a paintbrush. And let us just pop an eyeball in there, pop an eyeball in there. Torque is done. Speaking of eyes, one of the things about doing eyes that most people have problems with is getting them looking all sort of starey. And Idris here, because, well, I painted her when I had far less experience than I do now, I have made exactly that mistake. So what we are going to do is give her a little bit of makeup just to take the stariness off those eyes. And what I am going to do is grab just a nice muted green, and I'm going to just shape those eyes down ever so slightly. And that's Idris complete. Okay, I'll crack on with some of the rest of this. Righty-ho, I have forgotten where we were at. Okay, Torque was done, Idris was done. This red dragonborn, I think I've done a few more little touch-ups, but I am not going to complete that one. The half-elf is now complete. The paladin, his paint job is all done, and the shield has been attached onto his back in sort of marching formation, because I did want to definitely have sort of like the highlight of the model, the fact that there's that "Oi you" pose. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. So he is now done, which leaves for this batch these two. Dragonborn is pretty much done, apart from the base and a little bit about the face and the nails, and then he will be done. I need to check on the other one to see how I did those, but he is very much complete. I'll get him done off camera. Chuckle Butty. Alright, pretty much everything is done on him apart from the colour on that sort of robe skirt and the epaulets. And I am going to be using a speed paint for that, and I want a red. Do I want slaughter red or do I want murder scene? I think I'll go the murder scene. Don't they just call them absolutely brilliant colours? I wonder if that's a little bit too dark for what I'm after. Okay, I can always go sparingly on it. Right, here goes. Oh no, that's quite nice. Oh, I like that. Gone over a little bit there, I'll have to touch that up. And then just do these bottom robes. Do a little bit more on his base, and then Chuckle Butty is all complete. Plus that little touch up there. Alright, I'll finish off the little bits, and we'll get some group shots. Picture roundup time. We'll start off with the Dragonborn, because he is, I guess, the least important of the miniatures in terms of current usage. Very happy with the way he's turned out. Yeah, did need to do a few more highlights and things like that on the metal. I've got to get to grips with those speed paints, but I am perfectly happy with that as a painted miniature. Next, we've got the half-elf. I am including him in the count for miniatures that are completed, because when I actually came to have a look at them, there was about 4 or 5 colours that needed to be done just in little touch-ups. So that is one which is off the pile of shame that I didn't realise was on it. Glamour shot of Torque. Yes, you had seen him well into progress last time, but here he is all completed and ready to take his line-up in the finale. Chuckle Butty, I am very happy with the paint job on this. I think certainly for the clothing, the speed paints have done really well. Could I have spent more time on it? Yes, but it was a refresh of an old miniature. It had to be done. He had to be shown a little bit of love and justice, because he is one of the oldest miniatures that I have in the collection. And finally, we get onto these two, the party doctor and his transport. There you go, the paladin and Idris in all their glory. Shield mounted, everything fine. And of course, because we have completed miniatures, it does mean that the scores can go up on the board. I'm going to wrap this video up here because I do need to take a reasonable amount of time to actually prepare for a work trip that I have. I've basically got to fly out tomorrow. So yeah, that's it for this one. As ever, if you enjoy this kind of content, please do hit the like and subscribe, get notifications. If there is any kind of content that you want to see, please let me know down in the comments below. Share the video, tell your mates about it, all of that good kind of stuff. Until next time, probably, unless I can manage to sneak in any videos while I'm away, or I pre-record something, I'll see you in a little while when I'm back in town. Toodle pip for now.